what is operations management? What is that major skill that is required to sustain in this particular industry? Will AI take
Potential
over
scenario.
jobs? Yeah.
I would not have ever understood how Chat GPT works.
Is operation and marketing management still in high demand? There are also positions that people don't know. Like in the starting, what are the positions that they will get into? Like what will that role be called? Are there like any big companies, any recruiting companies that hire specially for operations management roles or certain roles, and they are very high paying as well? Should a student or a working professional pursue an MBA in operation management through online mode? Does it hold the same credibility? What is the salary package a beginner can expect? So, hello and welcome back to another episode of Industry Expert Interaction, where we are going to talk to an expert with 35 years of vast experience and has even more than 17 years of experience in the field of operations management and marketing management. So, today we are going to get more details about these two particular field and streams. Mr. Ravi Dighe has managed a large network of distributors, dealers, retailers, and franchisees. He has worked with organizations of international repute such as Hindustan Unilever, Hawkins, JDL, Aptech, and Azent. And we are going to know the scope of it, the job profiles that you can get into, what is the average salary a beginner can earn. Hello, sir. Welcome to College Vidya. As I have already spoken to you, it has always been good to talk to you. Just for all our audiences, we want to know more about operation management. What is operations management, and can you give us a brief about this to our audience?
Yeah, so if you look at any organization, whether it's a production company or a service company, essentially there is whole gamut of different things being done. For example, under production, you have procurement of raw material from there onwards to the interactions with R&D, setting it up on the production, and then production line takes care of wherever machines are involved, labor is involved, and then finally packing, putting it into logistics, supply chain management is to be handled, and at the end, customer sensitivity is attached, and therefore to the last mile, you need to walk through and ensure that whatever commitment is made to the customer, that is getting delivered. So this whole process from start to end is known as operations.
What about the major skills, to survive in this industry, as you have been there for past 17 years? What is that major skill that is required to sustain in this particular industry?
Okay, now one thing which is taught in the curriculum. Okay, the other thing is what you really face when you are there on the job. So what happens typically is that you try to recall what is there in the book knowledge. What you need to understand and need to do is how to apply that while at the job, and that becomes a skill for new joiner. A person who is joining afresh, he might stumble upon these difficulties. Okay, how do I really look at this scenario and how do I resolve it? So what is required at that stage is your cool mind, analytical mind, and you finally end up making choices where minimal risk is there and maximum satisfaction in favor of customer is there. Most of the companies, and good companies certainly, will preach this philosophy that you will make some mistakes while joining a new company, or your first time getting into some company. You might make mistakes, but err in favor of customer. Don't say that no, my company is going to make some kind of I will face, my boss will shout at me, my boss might sack me or whatever. But if you are erring in favor of the customer, your company in the long run will survive, and not only survive, they will actually thank you for making that, settling that mistake in favor of the customer. So some of these values are important, some of these preachings are important. There is nothing to say that okay, you are working in accounts department, you definitely need to have knowledge of what is debit, what is credit, and right from those basics to advanced application of Excel. So that those skills are required. I'm not saying no to that, but finally, as you said, where is the application of mind involved? There is the success story involved.
What do you think about AI taking over jobs? Is operations management one such industry that AI can never take over? What is your opinion?
The same question was being asked, that whether computers will make manpower redundant. So, yes, there are some jobs which will become irrelevant. For example, huge manpower was sitting and compiling data, writing data, in making inputs into the hard disk and all that.
Hmm.
So that job has become completely redundant. It is no more required to be done because whole process of in the way in which you see UPI transactions, every 1 rupee transaction is also reflected promptly, real time online in your on your screen.
Yes.
So data entry or data availability is not a problem. So that job has gone for a toss. It's no longer required. However, what is required is how to analyze that data, how to make the best use of data, how to protect your data, how you can ensure and promise to the customers that your data is only visible to you. It will not be used for any other purpose. So the cyber security question comes in. I would not have ever understood how ChatGPT works. Now today, if students do not acquire the knowledge and application of ChatGPT, they will be left behind.
Is operation and marketing management still in high demand? Should a student pursue an online MBA in operations or marketing management?
Yeah, they are still certainly on high demand, and with the dope of AI and ML, this is in fact more logical for students and companies to look at such manpower.
And I feel in operations, human touch and human management is required. Robots and machine and techniques will not, I think, fulfill everything.
Yes, human touch is definitely required when it comes to delivering customer satisfaction and doing that analysis of whether my end customer finally has received the promised package of services or promised quality of product. So to that extent, I would say yes, it is required, but otherwise human touch is required only amongst the people who are working in the company. It is very rarely these days you are forced to be in touch with the customer. In the service industry, it is true. Yes, people are still flocking into the bank, but the percentage of people walking into the branches of the banks physically have reduced a lot.
What are the job profiles that a learner can get into after getting an online MBA in operations management and marketing management? Different job.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
That operation management skills are applied in important departments like planning, number one, scheduling of various events and activities and processes and things like that. Purchasing. So you want to procure certain material, that also purchase department will require people who are knowledgeable in that space. Then there is a control aspect. So you need to control whether it is quality control, whether it is absolutely tight control on the inventory. As you have heard this word like just in time. So you need to do analysis, what raw material is required, how I can ensure that it is arriving just in time, too much money is not getting blocked and things like that. So that controlling aspect is also coming. Then actual physical deliveries need to happen, or in the whole production process, certain things are being produced at location A, then it goes to location B, and location B puts it forward to various depots of the company across the country. So movement of those goods, which is not reaching to the customer so far, but it is just from the factory to the distributor depot level, and then all activities of supply chain management revolving around that. So these are the places in which departments in which students will be required to be deployed. And when it comes to marketing management, you have far greater list. No company can survive unless they have a good sales and marketing team, business development team. So you will have business development executives, marketing executives, business development manager, executive for international business. These days, even if it is banks, you have trade finance, which was not being taught so far for, at least 4 or 5 years back.
Now, trade finance, bank like HDFC is giving us the mandate that you please train fresh chartered accountants on trade finance, because India is in need of doing transactions of high volume along with counterparts sitting in various other countries. So that trade finance is something which is very important. So you will need people for international business also. Freshers in sales and marketing is the common scenario you have heard and seen. Business development guys, sales coordinator, digital marketing is holding large applications.
Yeah.
So these are the areas where typically operations and marketing people will be required.
There are also positions that people don't know, like in the starting, what are the position that they will get into, like what will that role be called? You will become a manager, or so what are some of the job roles profiles that will be named as?
A fresh employee will go through the kind of induction program, and companies will explain to them that what roles can be, what output is expected. But in a typical scenario, when you are being deployed in a supply chain management, for example, so the roles like you will need to understand what are the responsibilities of the company, what promises company has made to their dealer and distributor, and in turn what are we expecting dealer and distributor to do certain job. Once the understanding of each other's role and each other's promises are understood, then implementation becomes a key. Then distributors or dealers will ask you some questions in a given scenario. You need to answer those, and you need to say that company is geared up to extend support on the promised area. So you will still have difficulties, you will still have practical problems, and those problems are required to be resolved, and that is called typically as a note for approval. In the sense that person will put up a note for approval to senior management to say that this problem is being faced, it is not getting addressed in the normal policies of the company. I need special approval for resolving this issue, and this special approval is this. So like that, understanding a problem on hand and addressing that in a particular manner is something which every position will be required to do.
Okay. That's the long short of it. I don't think so there's a particular job profile that we can name it as.
Yes.
Okay. Are there like any big companies, any recruiting companies that hire specially for operations management roles or certain roles, and they are very high paying as well? Are there any recruiting firms that hire?
In retail, you have some of these large companies like DMart or Big Bazaar and things like that. In e-com, you have many more Flipkarts and Amazon and people like them. So, for example, at very entry level positions, they are talking of 1 lakh plus manpower required in this festival season, which is October to December time. So they are wanting to hire. The inquiries are being floated, and they are having dearth of good candidates. So you will have scenarios of these kind of companies. Travel, tourism, aviation. This is another sector which is doing exceedingly well, and they also require large number of people to be recruited. When it comes to recruitment of, even for that matter, people who are required as a ground staff on airports, and in each airport you will require more than 2,000-3,000 people to work upon. So requirements are far too many. You just need to keep your eyes and ear open, and these industries by itself, there are 2 or 3 names I have been giving, whether Flipkart or Amazon or Big Bazaar or DMart or all that. As far as aviation is concerned, there are biggies like Indigo, like Air India. So they are also on the recruitment spree. So this is where students can look forward to join.
Like on an average scale, what is the salary package a beginner can expect? once they have done an online MBA in operations management or marketing management? What is an average salary a beginner can get?
IIMs and top 20 colleges, they do get packages which are far in excess of, it's a dream, this thing. So you keep on hearing that IIM candidate, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, and these guys are getting 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 1 crore and more than that.
Yeah.
But that is not the common scenario. The next best is you are able to place the students between 10 lakhs to 30 lakhs after completing MBA. But the third majority is vast number of students are exposed to that scenario. It ranges from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Entry level positions. For graduates who are not doing any MBA, it's a 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs is the package available today. 2.5 lakhs these days is absolutely feasible, possible, and any graduate can get that as long as he is able to communicate well and applies his mind to the whole process. So that is with us. So 2.5 to 5 is not a problem for undergraduates. Without MBA, just completing graduate.
Yeah.
But MBA student will certainly get something in the region of 5 to 10 lakhs.
What are the UG PG courses a student can learn to get into operations management and even marketing management, as you have done marketing management?
Yes. Correct.
What are the degrees, UG PG courses that a student can get into?
So the best part of this whole process is you don't have to be a science, physics, maths, chemistry kind of a student. You can be anybody. You can be BCom, you can be BSc, BA a little less preferred, but however BA economics are quite in demand for operations and marketing kind of assignments.
Right.
So that's the best part. So students who are from common portfolio of these kind of degree courses can look forward to do MBA. MBA will always give them edge over others, and it will give specialization, and therefore little more senior aspects of the job could be handled. As far as just about graduation complete student, there is also scope available in both operations as well as marketing management. But then you will have entry level positions open for you. So that's the only difference. And I would recommend that students should look at doing postgraduate, then go into MBA, take up specialization of operations marketing.
What is your take on pursuing an online MBA program? What do you feel about online education? Should a student or a working professional pursue an MBA in operation management through online mode? Does it hold the same credibility?
Okay, good. So this question was always asked in the beginning also, in the sense a few years back when online all started. So we are all grown in an environment where you go from the school days, you go to the school, there is a teacher, that teacher will come in front and take you through the session. When college ends, the student is fairly serious about his career. When you are serious about career, you are not only expecting quality education, but you are expecting world-class knowledge to be shared. Now this world-class knowledge, I sincerely believe, can be shared in online format only. It is extremely difficult to ensure that world-class knowledge is disseminated in the classroom session format. Best of the faculties available in India, they can come on the screen and they will take you through the session and they will explain the technology in details with various examples of taking you through practical explanation of how it happens, why it happens, and why it should be done in a particular way. So that is possible if you do it online, and that's the great advantage of delivering education in a very engaging manner. So I would recommend, and I have no hesitation in recommending to students, that please go through the online MBA.
Any example or any incident that you want to share where you significantly, converted to the revenue growth of the company, that you amplified the process? Yeah, any strategic opportunity that you want to mention?
Okay, two things come to my mind. One was when I was working with GTL, that is Global Telesystems, was by the name Global Telesystems. It was known in earlier years. So it was period of 95 to 2000. those 4 or 5 years, we were primarily
Mm.
selling what we call ACT, subscriber end terminals, which is fax machines,
Acha.
was one of the main products company was selling,
Okay.
and that was B2C. So GTL was selling fax machine directly to the customer.
Mm.
So our sales and business development guys used to go directly to the company and make a pitch that this is the machine, these are the features, and you buy this. Okay, and those were all imported. Unfortunately, India has never produced fax machine. It was always imported.
Okay.
So I thought of it. I said it's a huge task, and there are so many thousands and thousands of companies located who are in need of fax machines for sure, but we are not able to reach across the corners of the country. So we converted, I was instrumental in doing that. We converted that business model from B2C to B2B2C, in the sense we appointed the network of dealers and distributors. So now in not only each state but each district had 10-15 dealers located there. So every dealer was trying to extract the potential lying in the market. So within a matter of 2 years, our turnover, our reach increased. Our number of machines sold, number of companies came under our service network was huge. And suddenly we saw growth which was unprecedented, which was perhaps 5 times of what we were selling in the B2C model. So B2B2C, actually, finally we were able to create entrepreneurs across the country, and those were pretty large in numbers. So this is how one example.
Yeah.
Same product, different distribution channel. This was one change, was given, focused upon. The second scenario was while at Aptech. Aptech was primarily known, and even if I ask you today, you will also say that it's a training company which is training students in the information technology, right? But the unknown phase of Aptech is much more than IT training. Okay, what is that? So I was instrumental in floating this theory. Our expertise is to deliver education. Okay, so why to restrict ourselves only in information technology? I said wherever there is a career, wherever there is a specialization required, whatever skills is leading to a job, we should be present there. So whether it is this, so we selected few sectors. We selected aviation, hospitality, travel tourism, and English speaking, and even Lakme salon kind of salons require huge manpower. So we said, okay, why not we produce that talent? And looking at those scenarios, we moved away from IT. We continued in IT, of course, but these were the domains we included and expanded, and that gave much larger profitable proposition to the franchisees, and we were able to reach out to large number of students, and finally company grew, and today Aptech is delivering to more than 10 skill sets beyond IT. So that is something which helped the company to build a revenue stream from completely new perspective.
Even, different dimensions, different sectors. With that, I think you have 35 years of experience, and I think you literally bestowed all the knowledge in this session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.